Dear people of Amazonia, my fellow brave warriors of the Southern Cameroons Liberation Movement, accept liberation greetings from me, Comrade John Akuro, this Friday, the 23rd of August 2024. My people, I want to extend special greetings to all and sundry, special greetings to Southern Cameroonians all over the world, special greetings to our one-man soldiers everywhere on the globe who continue to defy the odds, to not get worried about the numbers, but to go out there and do something. I want to extend special regards to you all. Special regards to our brave hearts on Ground Zero, who continue to defy the odds, to ignore the insults and even the intrigues, to continue to put their lives on the line, to make sure that our hope of ever having a free and independent Amazonia continues to stay alive. Very special greetings to you all. Special greetings to all those truck pushers on Ground Zero, to all those bike riders, those taxi drivers, those buy and sellers, all those petty traders, to the entire business community on Ground Zero, in fact to the entire civilian population, for continuing to be very, very determined and resilient. My people, every passing day brings us additional justification of why we must continue to fight. I mean fight with all our might until we send La République du Cameroon packing out of our territory. There is not a single moment since 2016 that we have seen any reason or any justification to the contrary of the fact that perhaps we need to relent. There is therefore no point in thinking at some point that we need to down our tools. Just go to sleep, go to slumber, and then let things return to business as usual. That will not happen. It will not. If we come to that consciousness that that will never ever happen, we will continue to rise to the occasion to make sure we shorten our journey to freedom land. Because take note, those who are on the ground in the bushes and everywhere fighting, they know that the only way they ever stay alive is to continue fighting until we get a free homeland. Because they need our support. Because they need us to bunch together. Because they need us to continue, all of us, to be determined and focused. In order to make this journey short, we have a duty. We owe them a duty to stand up. I'm addressing myself to those of us, especially in the diaspora. Folks, every day I see our people on Ground Zero showing me evidence of one form of contribution or the other to keep this struggle alive. Those are people who are sacrificing every Monday, staying home, not doing any form of business. Those are people who sacrifice to stay home on special lockdown days, not doing any form of business. Those are people who on a daily basis get extorted by bandits who have also taken the ranks, who have filled the ranks of our self-defense volunteers, by bandits in military uniform from La République du Cameroon. They are extorted daily. These are people, some of whom have even lost their sources of livelihood, but they are contributing. They still mind to contribute some 2,000, some 5,000, some 1,000, some 10,000, some even 30,000 in various forms. Those who are paying what we call liberation tax, show me the receipts they sent to me as even to tell me you people in the diaspora are our problem. Those who are contributing in whatever form, send me evidence to tell me you people in the diaspora are the problem today. Folks, when I talk to some people in the diaspora, they tell me, Mr. Akuro, you see, this thing, oh, it's unserious. Leaders are not together. They are not talking with one voice. And, some time ago, they kidnapped somebody from my family and all of those things. I'm tired of this thing. Listen, you are talking from a distance. But those people who are on the ground, who are facing this on a daily basis, are not tired. They are contributing. They are not tired. They are contributing with energy, with their emotions. They are contributing by their actions. They are contributing financially. How else can we recognize that we who were the engine are gradually becoming a failure? Diaspora, Southern Cameroons, aka Ambazonian diaspora, we must get up from the long slumber. We must get up from sleep. Our people are yearning for our participation. Our people are expecting us to continually rise to the occasion and do what is right. Folks, when I talk here usually, and I urge you, I say, go to Amber Relief? No. Now go to Amber Relief 2018 at gmail.com and make a contribution to fuel this liberation movement. Some of you come and use derogatory words on the inbox. Some insult me, some say things. Listen, I've said always, that is not the only place where you can contribute. Wherever you feel comfortable contributing, please contribute there. But by all means, let us be contributing as long as we know that these contributions are reaching our people on ground zero. That these contributions are going to do exactly what we want this money to do. Keep contributing. Wherever you can. I received a message here, if I'm not mistaken. Just pardon me a second. I received a message here from a comrade, and he is telling me that I'm looking for that message. Just bear with me one moment. Okay, so he is telling me that comrade Marianta Njomia, comrade Marianta Njomia of one of the IG factions, that she is holding a fundraising event. She's in the United States of America. She's holding a fundraising event in Maryland. Oh, this Friday, today. And this is at 8 p.m. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And the venue is at 8844 Washington Boulevard, Jessup. That's MD 2794. If this event attracts you to contribute, go there and contribute. It says she's raising funds to sponsor activities on ground zero. I have said this year, any fundraiser I hear, please send it to me. As long as it is to raise funds for our cause, I will promote it. Because I assure you, every bit of contribution we bring in will matter. It will matter. Listen, I will create space here henceforth to announce every contribution from every group that comes to my table. If I haven't done so before for your group, movement, or organization, perhaps I didn't get it in time. Or it could have been an oversight. But going forward, send them to me. And I will do my possible best to promote it, to call the attention of our people to it. You can't stay and do nothing. You must at least have one group, movement, or organization among those operating in the Southern Cameroons that you can trust to make your contribution to. and to ensure that it gets to ground zero, to where it has to get to, so that we are able to continue to give La République du Cameroun, the tough times they deserve. I will say this. We have to become deliberate in what we are doing. It's true that our efforts may be dispersed, but while we struggle to see how to unify these efforts, we can't sit and do nothing. This is what I'm talking about. We can't sit and do nothing. If you are motivated to contribute to IG Sako Samuel Ikome, go ahead right now, do it. You are motivated to contribute to IG Marianta, go out right now and do it. You are motivated to contribute to IG Chris Anu, go out right now and do it. You are motivated to contribute to IG Care that is operating with the consortium and the SCNC. Go now right ahead and do it. You are motivated to contribute to AGOFC, go right ahead and do it. To APLM, go right ahead and do it. To IPOA, please, by all means, you must be out there contributing in one way or the other to make sure that we continue to fuel our resistance against La République du Cameroun until we get them out of our land. This is the sacred mission that we must all bear in mind. My dear people of Amazonia, while we all know that La République du Cameroun is nearing an implosion, we will never be able to take advantage of that opportunity if we are not prepared. That's why I must repeat here every day that success is when opportunity meets preparation. There is no miracle that will happen one morning to give us Amazonia. We will get it through hard work, through serious toiling, through sacrifice, and more sacrifice on a daily basis. That's the only way we get to it. We should bear this in mind. That said, I want to turn my attention again, and very importantly, to something I've said before over and over and over in my last 2 or 3 outings. That is the World Takumbang Day that is upcoming on September 22 and October 1. That's the World Amazonia Day that's coming on October 1. Folks, I have said, this 2024, we are leaving nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to chance. Listen, folks, I say we are leaving nothing. Absolutely nothing to chance. Wherever you are in the world, begin to count yourselves. Begin to count your numbers. We have our people in the United Arab Emirates, in Dubai, who are preparing something big. It may happen before October 1, or it may happen after, but I know they also plan October 1. But whatever initiative you hear is taking place out there, I'm not authorized to talk very much about it. We should all go out there and support it. My people of Amazonia, go back to the South African experience. The people never got tired running in the streets day in, day out, until the rest of the world saw their determination, their focus, and their desire to all continue to rise until they get what they want, or until they got what they wanted. That is how some of us in school clubs, way back when we were secondary and high school, in school clubs, we sang songs for the freedom of the black people in South Africa. We sang songs for the freedom of the end of the apartheid regime in South Africa. Why? Because their determination, their resilience, their focus contaminated the rest of the world and contaminated us. Today, we see the people of the United States of America have made the situation in the Middle East in Palestine part of the ongoing U.S. presidential election and even the U.S. general election. If we continued to do what we were doing throughout until this point, we would have continued to attract the sympathy of people not only in the governing class in the United States of America especially, but across the board. Recall, when we were going out in huge numbers to Washington, D.C., to wherever, congressmen and women were interested in what was going on in Amazonia. They reached out, there were resolutions coming out, there were things happening. Suddenly, we went to sleep. Oh no, we must get up from this slumber. We must continue or return to reminding the whole wide world that that war, that genocide being perpetrated by La République du Cameroon in Amazonia, sponsored by France, is still ongoing and still claiming a lot of lives. We can't get tired. We can't just stay and do nothing. We must get up from sleep. October 1, 2024 should mark that turning point where we all get up back from slumber. It is a shame, like I said before, that some of our people got into this United States of America, got to countries in Western Europe, gained asylum, got in countries like Canada, gained asylum because of what is going on in southern Cameroons. We are presenting the sorry state of the sufferings of our people, but suddenly turn against the same liberation movement, or suddenly abandon and don't even want to hear about the same liberation movement. Those of you who are on TPS, I want to remind you about something. Note that the renewal has depended on the fact that back home, the unrest is still there. The day it ends, your mandate here too ends. And it will be anywhere you have no homeland. The intention is for us to make sure that by the time this thing is ending because we have secured back our homeland. So we have somewhere to go. We must get up from slumber. We must get up from sleep and do the needful. We can't become comfortable. We can't start becoming comfortable. Listen, we all have to get out there and do something. Knock at your neighbor's doors. Make those phone calls. Hold those gatherings to mobilize people towards October 1. We must be out there again in our thousands and across the world come October 1, 2024. And as I said before, and I'm repeating, our people are dying in the dungeons of La République du Cameroon. The prisoners of war are getting more and more confused. They are asking questions whether we are mocking at their resilience, at their focus, at their determination. They are everywhere in the dungeons of La République du Cameroon. We have folks who are in prison here in the United States who sacrificed their lives and their jobs because they believed in our collective fight for freedom, to make sure we have homeland. We want them to die of regrets? Hell no. That is not possible. I don't think that is who we are. I don't think that is who Southern Cameroonians have been, because we have always been each other's keeper. And this is the time for us to show it again. And we'll have to show it again and again and again until we attain our objective. There are people dying on the land, women being raped, people's businesses being looted, innocent citizens being captured every day by thugs from La République du Cameroon, and huge ransoms collected. If you are a Southern Cameroonian, you are an Amazonian in the diaspora, and you fail to go out there on the 1st of October 2024, look at your hands. They will also be bearing the blood of the martyrs, of those who have been slaughtered every day, and that you have decided to do nothing when you are in a comfortable place where you are not afraid that you'll be brutalized if you go out there to demonstrate. We must rise back to the occasion. It's been too long that we did it. We have to get up from sleep and we do it. My people, I want to take a quick break and then we get into some other very important issue. Hang in there. Welcome back, my people. You see, I took this trip to Manu because of what was going to come next. Folks, our lackluster approach in the past few months in the diaspora, in doing what we ought to be doing, that is contributing and demonstrating, is emboldening some of those folks who could not go back to our land to try and, take advantage of our people because they don't have what to live on. Because they don't have enough means to take care of themselves. Because they've reduced them to mendicants to do the useless bidding that they have always done over the years, for at least 40 years today. They are taking advantage and telling our people that your dream of a free, independent, and prosperous Amazonia was a pipe dream. And so join us back in the old field bandwagon, because at least you are sure about what was happening. This is exactly the message that Fotabe Tando, who could only go to Manu in an armored car and will only land there and be looking left, right, and run out away again very fast. That's the message she carried to Manfred just a few days ago. Watch it.
Obia, our president, Obia for one Cameroon, Obia, our president, Obia for one Cameroon. Our president,
So you see this virus, the CPDM virus that we are seeing, that has been detected in Manu, is returning because it has that firm conviction that the vaccine against it is almost becoming ineffective. And this is testing the ground. If we allow this virus to take root once more in Amazonia, trust me, or to take it once more in mind, trust me, it will spread all over the land. Like I said a while ago, it is because they are telling themselves that the vaccine against that virus is losing its strength. You definitely understand why I'm saying here with insistence that September 22, the World Document Day, should send a clear message in preparation for what the whole wide world will see on October 1, which is World Amazonia Day. Don't think this virus is coming back because anything has been done to improve on the livelihoods of the people. Things have gone worse. Don't think this virus is coming back because the people feel that, oh yes, it is a better alternative. No, they are able to ramp it down their throats because you and I have stopped going out there to demonstrate. Because you and I have either stopped contributing or are just, giving something to say, let me clear my conscience and send this $20, this $50, and all of that. Like I said, let us sacrifice one drinking weekend each. Only one drinking weekend. Ask yourself, when I go out there with friends, to those are 2 joints, to those whatever, how many bottles of wine do we take? How many bottles of Hennessy or 1738 or whatever do we take? How much do this cost? And how much am I sacrificing to ensure a free homeland? My people of Amazonia, if we don't rise to the occasion, we will let a virus that was almost getting completely put under control and getting extinct to resurface. If it angers you, what you just saw, as it angered me, then get up and do something. If it frustrated you, just as it frustrated me, then get up and make those calls. If it is making you feel humiliated, just as it did to me, get up and knock at those doors. Talk about October 1. Talk about World Document Day. Make the contributions. My dear people of Amazonia, we are a brave people. Just look at this.
Our president, our president,
Come to imagine that. Come to imagine that. No. We must rise up with the ferocity of a people who understand the effects of a virus as deadly as the one that I just showed there. As deadly as this one that is resurfacing. You want to know the effects of that virus? Watch this other video.
Hey! Stop. Okay. Hey!
Hey! Direct consequences.
Hey!
These are the direct consequences of letting the CPDM virus invade our land once more. Look at cattle now pulling cars, robbing mud. Look at these are roads in Amazonia. These are roads in southern Cameroons. This virus has been in place for over 40 years, and this is what it left in place. Letting this virus invade the land again means we don't have an idea exactly what we are wishing for our people. Look at that. Look at that. Someone told us that he was preparing some emergency for 2035. We're 11 years away from 2035. Look at And I assure you, those people can't help themselves. They can't help you and me. They can't help themselves. They can't help out in this situation. Lost souls like Fortabe Tando and all those CPDM viruses, so-called elites, they have only one objective: misguide the people whom they have totally impoverished and taken to sleepers level, so that they can continually use them to either continue to seek to elevate themselves in the BS system or to protect themselves from going to jail. Because all of them, I mean all of them, there is no one with clean hands. If you are doubting what I'm saying, that virus has not been able to help even themselves. Poor beings who can't help themselves, they will never be able to help us. This is the reason we are in this liberation movement. This is the reason we want to send them out of our land, so that we should change the dynamics of our land, take responsibility for our own development, create an enabling environment where our young will create, where we will create wealth and make our land a place to be. Look at, this is another video, and this one now is in the far north. See just how they can't help themselves, and then wonder if they can't help themselves, then it's possible for them to come help us. Watch.
Peuple du Nord, de l'extrême nord de la Damawa. Si quelqu'un vient vous parler demain du RDPC, chassez-le. Si quelqu'un vient vous parler de Paul Biya, chassez-le. Voilà la récompense, ça c'est la nationale numéro 1 camerounaise. Ça, nous sommes quittés entre Ouaza pour Mora. En allant.
Did you hear what this guy said? He said if somebody comes, he's talking in Marwa. That's in the road leaving Waza to Mora and Waza Kuseri. He is saying in plain language, in French, if anybody comes here to talk to you about CPDM, chase that person away. If anybody comes here to talk to you about Paul Biya, chase that person away. They themselves recognize that that is a virus, a deadly virus, that whenever it infects you or it lives on you is horrible underdevelopment. All it leaves on you is total dehumanization. All it leaves in you is horrible impoverishment. All it does, it makes you seem less human. They themselves have recognized it, and they tell you this virus needs to be eradicated from their land. Is it on our land that will allow it to fester? Look at it again.
À Maroua, la capitale de l'extrême nord. C'est ça qui est là. Ça, c'est la nationale. C'est la nationale numéro 1, la route internationale. Je vais vous dire quelque chose. Est-ce que vous savez que les fruits, les mangues, les bananes, l'ananas, tout ce qui sort de l'autre côté du sud du Cameroun ne passe plus sur cette route-là pour aller à Kuseri encore? Est-ce que vous savez ça? Il va falloir que les Camerounais puissent comprendre ça. Les marchandises passent maintenant par Tuboro pour monter en Djamena afin que les Camerounais quittent du Cameroun pour aller payer les fruits camerounais au Tchad. Parce qu'il n'y a pas de route. Parce qu'il n'y a pas de route. C'est quoi?
So, at least for those who don't understand French, you hear what he says. That because of these horrible roads, fruits that should normally leave one part of La République du Cameroun and come to them, leave the southern part and get to them in the northern part of La République du Cameroon, now have to go through Toboro and get to N'Djamena, and they now have to leave Kuseri and go to a neighboring country, Chad, in N'Djamena, to buy fruits that are produced in their country. Oh yes, they can't help themselves. They have no perspective. They have no idea what good life is. That is what they seek to contaminate us with. That is what they seek to impose on us. And this is why I keep telling my people, it will never work. We cannot accept. We should not accept. We will not accept. Finish.
Paul Biya veut nous faire dans ces pays-là. C'est quoi? Voilà la récompense que Paul Biya nous laisse. Et vous nous parlez encore en ce moment-là du RDPC. Non, chassez ces gens-là, ces esclaves notoires. Ce n'est pas Biya qui va venir vous parler du RDPC. C'est vos parents qui sont tenus en captivité en otage. Ces mendiants patentés, ces escrocs notoires. C'est eux qui vont venir vous parler de voter RDPC ou bien de soutenir Paul Biya encore.
Did you hear that? He is saying something which is exactly what I'm saying here. He is telling his people of the far north regions that, listen, it is not Paul Biya who come to talk to him about himself. It is not Paul Biya who come to talk to you about that virus called CPDM. It is your fathers, your uncles, your aunties, your brothers that have been captured by Paul Biya, who will be sent here to come and deceive you. Sounds familiar? Is that not what Tabetando is doing, Emmanuel? That's what Tabetando is doing, Emmanuel. Exactly it. That's what John Gute does in Dian. That's what all those politicians from Kupong and Nguba do in Kupong and Nguba. That's what all those politicians from Santa, Fu Jonathan and the others do in Santa. That's what Fukaliso Gentry does in Dongamantu. That's what Paul Atanganji does everywhere in southern Cameroons. Those people who are captured, who have been brainwashed, who are prisoners in Paul Biya's day, they are the ones. They come and you think they are your people. They deceive you, you know I'm your person. But they are coming to you to promote a virus, a deadly virus, that has only one objective: milk the people dry. Hit people's head one against the other. Take away all your liberties. Impoverish you to the marrows. Dehumanize you to the point you don't recognize yourself. Put you under total captivity. For the people of the southern Cameroons, we don't even have to have any connection with this virus. How did we let it creep again into our land? We must put an end to it. What he is saying is the same message that should sound in the ears of our people. But our people will listen to it better when they see us in action. When they see us in the diaspora in action, contributing and demonstrating. This is very important. Let's finish with
que vous allez les chasser partout. Partout, vous allez les trouver encore en train de mobiliser les gens pour nous parler du RDPC ou bien de Paul Biya. Chassez-les. Chassez-les, je vous dis. Il ne faut pas que les gens là vont continuer de vous abrutir et vous traiter encore de moutons des batailles électoraux. Il faut les chasser. Partout où ils vont venir au nord pour vous parler du RDPC, de Paul Biya. Chassez-les. Chassez ces gens-là. C'est
So you see, this is it. Now look at, folks. Sometimes you say that some people come around and say, oh, you are talking more about La République du Cameroon than you're talking about Ambazonia. La République du Cameroon is our problem. They need to get out of our land. That's why I have to keep talking about them. When I say they don't mean good for us, any association with them will mean we will never prosper, will mean our land will never progress, will mean we will stay in a standstill. It's not a joke. Look at this communique by Paul Atanganji. In this press release, Atanganji is warning, Atangaponji, he is sending a sound warning to people who are using a road that has been constructed to be used. He is saying that vehicles which normally should use this road should stop using them. And the reason he's saying that these vehicles should stop using this road is because he says they are causing the road already to start getting degraded when it has not yet been received. Did you hear that? That the road has not yet been received. And because they're already using it, it's getting degraded. Whereas it has to be received first. This is what he says in this communiqué, which is in French. He says, dégradation de l'autoroute Yaoundé-Douala par certains usagers. And he says, Mon attention a été appelée, the Minister of Public Works drew his attention to the fact that the section of the so-called superhighway is a two-way, that they call superhighway, that has only gone for several years, has only gone from Yaoundé to Boumyebel. It has not crossed Boumyebel, which means it has not even gone half of the journey to get to Douala where it has to get to. After several years, and has got billions upon billions. He says they should stop using those roads because public transport vehicles, trucks carrying sand, trucks carrying timber, and all of those things that are using that road, and those are the natural cars that will be using that road, that they should stop using the road because they are degrading it and the road has not yet been received. Folks, listen. They should be concerned that the road is already getting degraded at this point, because that's a road that you want to construct. They should serve for years, for at least 20 years before you get back to it. But look at it. It has not yet been received. It's getting degraded. To hide and to make sure it is received and the money validated before they say, oh yeah, go and do whatever I want to do, and it degraded even in 3 days. That's why they want to stop vehicles from using the roads. Will those vehicles fly? What is going to use those roads? If the road is not adapted enough for those vehicles that will use it, why they are using it now, when will it be adapted for those vehicles to use it? Now look at it. I'm playing this clip of Mbela Mokichas on another road, shooting that description to say this is their modus operandi. When they come making noise, oh, we are constructing your road, ring road, we are doing this between Akumbo and Dongamatu, we are doing this. This is how it will end. Watch.
Look at a new road that has just been constructed. Look at it. We are in trouble here along the Mokunda Limbe Road. Just runoffs are taking away the whole tar, creating craters on the road. It is dangerous. Accidents, cars stumble on it. This is terrible. It is an indication that the job was a poor job. Poorly.
So you see, that is Mbela Moke Charles, a senator from Fako. That route is thinking Mukunda to Limbe. But look at it. You hear what he's saying? You see, it has not lasted. It's a newly constructed. It says just runoffs are degrading it. So what happened when it rains pass? So I don't know the state of that road now. It should even be completely finished. So when you see some people come and tell you that, oh, see, they are there, they are doing road between Kumbo and Kambe, they are doing this and that, or whatnot. Who is fooling who? You allow them to come deceive you and spray the roads with, some little grains of tar, so that in a few days it's gone and they tell you, we spend this amount of money to fix things on your land. Chase these people away. We need to get La République du Cameroon out of our land the fastest possible. They can't help themselves, they can't help us. Everything they bring towards us is a mirage, a mirage. That's a phenomenon in physics. My people of Ambazonia, we can't settle down and do nothing. We must continue to rise to the occasion. We must continue to be firm in fostering our liberation movement. The world is watching us and waiting for us to invite them, to come give us a final push as we get La République du Cameroon out of our land. And it will not be achieved by speeches and resolutions of the majorities and conferences here and there. hard work, focus, determination. The other day, I quoted Bismarck, Von Roon, and Von Moltke. I will not go back there. But I want us to note, even as I'm wrapping up this, this show, let us note that the destiny of a free and prosperous Southern Cameroons, aka Amazonia, lies in our hands. This freedom is close and it is ours to lose. We either rise to the occasion and do what is right, or we go to slumber and have only ourselves to blame tomorrow. My people of Amazonia, get ready for a very sassy October 1, 2024, World Amazonia Day. I want to thank some comrades across the world who are already manufacturing and sharing t-shirts. There's a comrade who was promised to send me over 50 t-shirts so that they should be shared to people who will be coming out there to demonstrate on October 1 who don't have those t-shirts. And this is a spirit we should have across the board. Even if you are alone in your country, anywhere in the world. You saw a one-man soldier in Switzerland. If you didn't see, maybe I'll look for him and let you see him again. He was alone at the Intercontinental Hotel in Switzerland. It did not make him to feel intimidated. No, he did not feel intimidated. He went out there. He stood there. He demonstrated.
Voilà. Je dis merci à la Suisse, mais la Suisse quand même. Voilà. Je dis merci à la Suisse, mais la Suisse quand même.
See, he was all alone, but he went out there. There are actions of people like him that caused this white folk to join us and to hoist the Amazonian flag in Geneva. Watch.
Taking his time from the police cannot climb. That's why they're just coming down. In fact, I think the police is actually hoping that he will fall. No, they're hoping that he doesn't fall because they will. Yes. I'm sure they called the police because they thought they were one of us. I'm very sure that somebody must have called and said, well, Amazonia has climbed that thing. Now the police has come and seen that it's one of their brothers. Oh, Cameroon. So this man says he has a surprise for us. Now he's up there, and let's see what he is going to do. And I told you, if it was a black man, he would shoot this. But it isn't. So let's see what's going to happen. Amazonians, get ready for a big surprise. You see?
Amazonians, pledge our loyalty. Praise the Son and Savior who granted us our freedom. Allegiance to the heroes who fought the land with our blood. Glory to glory, we rise.
So you saw that? This is exactly what I'm talking about. The world is waiting for us to mobilize them to help us get our freedom. The time to rise up and do the right thing is now. We shall not let this October 1, 2024 pass us by. We must do what we have to do. I want to thank all of those of you who were part of this show. Share it as much as you can, and to God be all the glory.